And tonight on our Great American panel, she is a Fox News contributor, a Republican strategist. Angela McGowan is here. I'm sorry. He's an attorney, Democratic strategist, but he likes hockey, which is the best part of his life. Steve McMahon is back, and he is a former speechwriter who wrote President George W. Bush's last two State of the Union addresses, the author of the New York Times bestseller, Courting Disaster. Mark Thiessen is back with us. By the way, great job with Cristiano Montour.
Thank you.
That was great stuff. Thanks for being with us. All right, we get some fun video of reactions of people during the speech. One of the reactions we got, the anointed one is speaking, the president. They cut to Harry Reid. He seemed bored. Let's roll the tape.
300,000 are teachers and other education workers. Tens of thousands are cops, firefighters, correctional officers, first responders. And
I'm sorry, do I have to? Yes. That's bad.
He fought it. He fought it.
He fought it off.
You know what? He's taking a rest from making that Negro comment. I think he's pretty tired. Angela. I got to put it where he is. He said it. I'm just repeating it.
I'm not touching
That's
that
your
one.
party.
I'm not touching it. Okay. I'm not touching it.
Should he have had to step aside like Trent Lott?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Double standard, Sean.
No, he absolutely. He shouldn't
wrong.
have. No, because what did Trent Lott do? He praised somebody who was a segregationist and said the country would be better off if he had
his 100th birthday.
The country would be better off if he had become president. What Harry Reid was doing was praising the skill, the political skill.
There was no praise in that.
There was
no praise in that, saying that he could talk like a Negro when he was a light
television, but come on.
Oh, listen. As a black woman, I'm insulted, and other black people that I know, because I do know some black people too, even though I'm a Republican, they were insulted as well. They don't see it as praise or a compliment.
There weren't any African Americans in Congress who stood up and said they were insulted, so you need to go find some who speak loudly and publicly.
So I guess all black people are just in Congress?
No, I'm just saying, I understand why a Republican would say that perhaps Harry Reid had to go, but I don't think that the facts support.
I want to show one other piece of tape. We showed it just a little bit earlier. Now, this is Justice Alito responding to the president's criticism of their decision on campaign finance.
last week, the Supreme Court reversed a century of law that I believe will open the floodgates for special interests, including foreign corporations, to spend without limit in our elections.
He's right. Not true. That was not true.
No, it was not true. I think it was a stunning speech in the sense that it was condescending. It was scolding. I mean, the reason Harry Reid was asleep is because he was the only one who wasn't scolded. I mean, he scolded the Supreme Court, and the whole Congress stood up and applauded him. He scolded the Republicans for being obstructionists and we shouldn't have a permanent campaign when he was still campaigning against George Bush in that speech.
He excoriated talk show hosts. I haven't even gotten to that yet. He went after us.
Justice Alito gets the Joe Wilson Award this year. That's the Joe Wilson Award.
He didn't scream. He just was. He didn't know he was on camera.
Well, you know what? Everybody there should expect to be on camera every single minute that they're there.
We all can agree that, look, he's a great orator, and one thing, the credit I can give him, he can take responsibility. Well, what are the solutions?
I think you raise a good point. Now, one of the things I thought Frank Luntz's focus group was they were great tonight, and they pointed out, here's a president that says, all right, we got to get rid of the lobbyists in Washington. He hired a ton of them. I have a list of a dozen of them. We're going to do our work openly. Well, what happened to the C-SPAN negotiations? Earmarks. He signed a bill with 9,000 of them. He reads the speeches, he does something else, and then he goes back to the same rhetoric.
And, Sean, you're exactly right. Let's talk about the Cadillac tax. Who lobbied that? Who took that out? Let's also talk about the union.
It's not out. It's not out. If it were out, the Senate bill would be passed in the House of Representatives.
We haven't seen the final
Wait a minute.
bill
They still
yet.
made the deal, and the Senate still passed it. Yeah. So wait a minute. So do you support the idea that union members that supported Obama don't pay taxes, and the rest of America pays
taxes?
Excuse me, they get a special exemption because they supported Obama.
But you said they don't pay taxes.
They don't pay taxes on this. We all do.
No,
For
Sean.
the auto bailout that was just a payoff to unions.
We all did. It was. Hold on a second, everybody. I don't want to sit here and blame President Bush, but I would like to point out something. Hold on. In the year 2000, there was a surplus.
You're not dealing with. Stop. I don't want your talking points. That's right.
Sean,
is it fair that unions that supported the president just got a special deal so they can pass health care? They don't pay taxes. We do.
Health care.
They did in the Senate. They passed the bill in the Senate.
Sean, they pay.
You're lying. You're not
taxes.
telling the truth. They do not pay taxes on the Cadillac plan because of if the Senate bill goes through.
The Senate bill hasn't gone through, and one of the reasons it's not going through is because there were these deals that were made.
Mark, go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you something. Let's talk about the one thing that almost didn't get mentioned in this speech, which is terrorism.
Yeah.
I mean,
great point.
4 weeks ago, imagine what a different night we would have had if Abdullah Mutallab's bomb had actually gone
300
off.
people would be dead.
A month ago, probably more because if it crashed into Detroit, thousands of people on the ground. And he barely mentions it. And the only time he mentions it is in saying he said we're going to have more money for airline security, but two, in attacking people for criticizing him.
Yeah.
You know, he said if you're
he does say the word "I" a lot, doesn't he, Angela?
He says
I,
me. I think Karl Rove said it was 96 times where he used it, 18 times.
I know George Bush never said I or me.
But the whole section on terrorism was about him. It was about how he said that we
10% of the
put aside the schoolyard taunts, and we all love this country, as if we're challenging the fact that he loves this country. Of course he loves the country. He just can't defend it.
The underwear man was treated exactly the same as your president treated Richard Reed. The underwear man was treated exactly the same as the shoe bomber.
Now, this is all the time we have left this evening. But before we go tonight, we have the results of tonight.